Okay, how's it going? It's Friday night. It's probably 8:30 or something. Still really light. Um, I've just watched Daydreams and Nightmares video for Old Man Funko's contest, and I'm not really usually that into doing contest videos and stuff. I can't always find the time, so I apologise to anybody for that. But Old Man Funko's contest was quite cool. It was just tell a scary story. If it happened to you or whatever. Daydreams and Nightmares, he read The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. So it kind of got me thinking about what's going on around me. Oh, there's somebody coming. Hopefully they're a subscriber. I've got Finn with me. Finn. He's just sniffing that. So anyway, we're heading off to the local graveyard. I'll tell you more when we get there. I wish I'd kept recording now. That was a guy I knew about from having a motorbike. He always stops to me and talks about it. He was saying that Harley Davidson have just come up with a new invention, which is magnetic toe caps on your motorbike boots, so it catches all the bits that fall off it. I think I need a set of those for my bike. Anyway, we're here at this place now, so I'll explain myself once I've showed you what's going on. Okay, so I've immediately realised the error of my ways. No dogs allowed in the cemetery. But this is the old part. I'm not going to go into the new part because just for reasons, but that tower there, if you can see that tower, it's 2 floors. That door is quite high up. You're not going to be able to reach that, but so that door is to stop. Sorry, that tower is for the families of the recently deceased. The early 1900s, just before the First World War, they would have stopped. The families of the recently deceased would have stayed in there to stop people robbing their families' graves. And if you can see, hang on, Finn, you're not making this easy, bud. If you can see that grave there with the table on it, they would bury people like that so that you couldn't dig out the grave. Basically, that's just a massive slab that was difficult to lift, so you couldn't get in underneath to get to the grave. But anyway, this is a bit macabre. There's a bench over the corner here that I'll show you. There's a crypt there, look. Anyway, let's go and see what I'm talking about. Okay, hey, how's it going? So the graveyard from here is kind of, it's kind of there. Where's my finger? It's right there. So what I was going to talk about was body snatchers, because obviously the famous Edinburgh body snatchers, Burke and Hare, who were digging graves and then maybe just started murdering people for bodies. So this Scottish body snatchers book has a guy from Aberdeen, which is the nearest city to me, and his name is Dr. Andrew Moyer. So Andrew Moyer, I've got my dates all wrong here. When I said World War I, it's like 100 years before that. So he was born in 1806. He studied anatomy at the Marshall College in Aberdeen, and there's a place at the Marshall College now for, like, you can rent rooms there for live arts of various reasons. There's painters there, there's like poets and stuff there. It's called the Anatomy Rooms after this guy, or maybe not after this guy, but after his studies there. But he was a grave robber. So he went to London, studied to be a grave robber, They called him clever, dirty Andrew Moyer behind his back. He was forced to do his own chores. He even led body snatching raids. So on one outing, Moyer jammed his hand under the coffin lid while standing in an open grave. "Heave down the earth, my lads," he called cheerfully to his students. It was rumoured he led a raiding party on his minister's brother's own kirkyard. Moyer insisted every member of his class took a turn in stealing bodies. Anyone who absented himself from depositing or digging up a dead body faced a fine of 10 shillings and sixpence, unless indisposed. Students who refused to exhume a body without reasonable excuse were excluded. The fines were divided among the class. So, obviously, around this kind of time, people were really starting to become interested in the human anatomy and the science of surgery and just the knowledge necessary to work on living people. They couldn't do that on living people, so they had to use dead people. And the prices for bodies at this in this time were just sky high. So yeah, obviously people, I think Aberdeen Infirmary, they had the highest pay for a dead body. They would pay you the most. There's a lot of cyclists going past here. They obviously don't know anything about Andrew Moyer. They're going to come and murder them and take them to the infirmary. Finn's not making this easy for me. I can't believe you're not allowed dogs in the graveyard. I wasn't going to let him piss anywhere. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I don't know what I believe about ghosts and stuff. I read a load of things about like true ghost stories, true hauntings, about the what's that family called from The Conjuring? That's going to wind me up. I'll write it here. Yeah, I don't know what I believe. I really enjoy reading about stuff like that and watching stuff about ghosts and things. But I'm not stupid enough to let my dog piss on somebody's grave. Especially a really old one, because they're all the ones that the curses have. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the grave digger, the grave robber, the body snatcher, Andrew Moyer, and maybe draw attention to this book, Scottish Body Snatchers, by, is that Norman Adams? Gomez's brother. So yeah, anyway, congratulations on your subscribers, Old Man Funko, and thanks to Daydreams and Nightmares for heading me in that direction. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you on Sunday for another video. Take it easy. While I've got you here, I just want to show a quick picture of Borley Rectory. I suggest you all go check it out if you're into ghosts and stuff like that. Borley Rectory was the most haunted place in Britain until 18 something. That's probably wrong. It burnt down. But even still, it's renowned for being the most haunted place in Britain. So, cool. See you in the next one.